Hi, welcome to my tutorial today. What I'm going to be showing you how to do is a requested feature from some people in the comments. I'm going to show you how to make a skin selector from something like a main menu or a pause menu and then put it into the character itself inside the actual game. I previously showed a video on how to do it from runtime inside the game itself. Now I'm going to show you how to do it from a menu to the game itself, between levels. Okay, so with that said, let's go and get into it. So I'm in my menu map here, and I need to make sure that I'm going to open a widget, which I am. It's the main menu widget. Okay, and then I need to come and create two enums. If you don't know how to do that, just go to Blueprints, right-click Blueprints, Enumeration. Now what you're going to see when you open one of those is you're going to see nothing here, so you click Add Enumerator, and then you just give it a name. And that's all you got to do. Okay, and we're going to create two of these. I'm going to call one eSkin menu and the other eSkin character, so you can just use those naming conventions if you want to. Both of them just have a red skin and a blue skin. You'll use whatever skin you have in your game. If you want an American flag skin or rainbow skin, doesn't matter. Just name it however you want. Okay, and so now that we have that, we need to go into the menus, which is where most of the code's going to be. Okay, and now on play, I'm just opening the third person example map. But on this red skin and blue skin, that's where we're going to be setting the skins. Okay, so on red skin, what we're going to do is we're going to set the variable, which we're going to get here. I'm going to call this eSkin menu. Now this is going to be this enumerator right here. Okay, so in the menu or main menu, we're going to eSkin menu. You got to search for it; it won't be there by default. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to set this to be red. All right, and then we're going to set this to be blue. I also recommend inside the skin menu and the skin character to make a default skin. Otherwise, it's going to choose the first one, which is red skin. So I recommend making a default on its own. I'm not going to do it in this tutorial, though. Okay, so now that we have this, what we need to do is we need to go up to Event Construct, okay, and we need to cast to our game instance, which I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So game instance, I made one called, did I make one called skin, game instance skin? No, I did not. So we're going to create a game instance real quick, okay? So I'm going to do this in menus, and what you're going to do is you're going to right-click, Blueprint Class, Game Instance, and now don't worry, this won't affect your code from anything else. It's just for storing variables between levels. Okay, so we're going to create the game instance. I'm going to call this BP Game Instance Skins. Now you'd want to use this for more than skins, such as health, ammo, whatever. You'd store your variables in here, and then you'd set and get them from somewhere else. You can also use it for save system. It's very helpful and very powerful for your game. So I recommend you have one. So now that we've made it, we need to go into project settings, okay? And we need to go to maps and modes, and under here, game instance class, we need to set game instance skins. Game instance is like core to the engine, so if you don't set it in the maps and modes, it'll get null pointer errors. So with that said, let's go ahead and go into the game instance that we just created. All right, and we're going to go to variables, and we're going to call this eSkin character. Okay, and now we're going to get eSkin character. All right, and now this is where enums come in handy. Is this next part? So we're going to cast to skin game instance skins, and then off the object you want to get game instance. Okay, and now the reason we're doing this on construct is so we can just promote it to a variable. And now anytime we want to use the variables or game instance, we just get it, and then that's it. We don't need to do this cast a game instance anymore. Okay, so let's set a custom event here. We're going to call this skin setter. Okay, and off the game instance that we made the variable of, we are going to, actually we need to get the skin menu first, do switch, okay, and this will open different execution gates that we can use based on the enumerator, which we set over here, okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to set character, so set eSkin character. Off red skin, we're going to set it to red skin, and off blue skin, we're going to set it to blue skin. Now these are not the same. This one here and this one here are not the same. They just have the same naming conventions. If you want to change the names in them so that it's easier to differentiate, that's totally fine. So with that said, let's go into the on press play, and we're going to do skin selector, skin setter. Now, for your game, if it's in a pause menu, you'd probably do this on the resume button or the restart level button. In this case, I'm doing it on the play button because it's a main menu. Just keep that in mind. You'd want to do it wherever you're getting back into the game and reloading the character. Okay, so third person character, we got the begin play. Now we need to go to game instance skin, and we need to make it a variable again since it's a different class. I think I have it as a variable already, so I'm going to delete that. And then I'm going to cast to game instance skin. Okay. As before, we're going to object get game instance. Okay. And then we're going to promote it to a variable. All right. And then we're going to create a custom event right here. We're going to call this skin equip. All right. So off of game instance, and then skin character, there it is. We are going to switch again. So we're going to do a switch on eskin character. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set material on the red, on the mesh, which is this right here, this guy. Okay. Now keep in mind, if the materials you want to set, they need to align with the element. So this is element 0, element 1. I only want to change element 0, so that's all I'm going to do is element 0. If you want to do other ones, just make a copy and then type 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Okay, so for this, I'm going to type red skin because I made a variable on that, or I made a material for that. And then we're going to call this blue skin. All right. And then on begin play, what we're going to do is we're going to call skin equip. Now, if you're doing this from a pause menu and you're not reloading the level, I recommend you set this on a timer or some way that you can check it more than once. Okay, because this only works on begin play, which means when you load a level. So if you're coming from a main menu, this is perfect. If you're doing a pause menu, you're just unpausing the game. Set it on a timer, or if you have a pause menu button somewhere that you can access, set it there. Okay, so now that we have that, let's test it out. So we got red skin, we got a red skin, we got a blue skin. That did not work. So let's figure out what's happening. So we got the skin setter. Okay, so we got the skin setter, and that's why, because we didn't change it to blue skin. So make sure that's set to blue skin, and let's test it now. Blue skin, still not working. So why is it not working? Let's go here, and let's see. We got eskin character, and we got, okay, so I figured out the bug. So I just didn't change it to blue skin. When I copied this, I didn't change it to blue skin. So make sure on press is red skin, on press is blue skin, or whatever skins you're using. And then what we're going to do is we're going to test it again. Blue skin. Now we got a blue skin. We're going to go back. Red skin. Play. We're going to test it one more time. Blue skin. Play. There we go. Now any time you have, if you want to make a new skin, all you got to do is go into both eskin character and eskin menu. Just click. We're going to call this the rainbow skin. Rainbow skin. Okay. And then in the main menu, you're going to see it right here. Rainbow skin. Set that. And then off the switch, you're going to have a new thing here. And you're just going to set the enumerator just like you did there. And then in the character, you'll have another execution pin here, and then set the material there. And that's basically all it is for a skin selector. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll try my best to answer it. I also have a Discord. I'll link it in the bio so you can ask me questions there. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one.